So if you've ever wondered if hot sauce has killed anybody, maybe it has.
Man, it's so crazy on how controversial this topic is, because we could be having a conversation about how to make authentic hummus, and gumbo is going to sneak in this conversation. Did I say conversation?
Look, Gumbo.
Conversation.
All right, Gumbo, it's not your turn.
Yeah, nobody puts hot sauce in their gumbo over here. That's enough said.
Gumbo, go sit down.
Always got something to say, gumbo. Lord. I could go for a bowl right now, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Look, I hate, Depends on the gumbo. I think the time has come, you guys.
All right.
Who wants to go first? Top 5.
Look at this, people. This is the top. All 3 of this independent list. We do not talk about these lists before we make them. I knew that it would be our top 1.
Hello, and welcome to Stirring the Pot podcast, a podcast all about discussing controversial food subjects, historical aspects of food, and pretty much everything else food and cooking related. Let me start by introducing my co-hosts. First up, we have Mr. Barbecue Brand, our resident pitmaster and past guest on Food Network's Barbecue USA. Welcome, Barbecue Brand.
What's cooking, everybody? To see y'all again.
All right. Next up, we have Mr. Brandon D., our food science nerd and our Southern food expert. Welcome, Brandon D.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast.
I am KCP, your host and cookie queen. Tonight's topic is all about that red hot liquid gold hot sauce. From the classics to some of the new brands on the market, we will discuss them all and give a little insight into our favorites. Hi guys, how y'all doing tonight?
Doing well.
Excellent. Loving it.
Nice
to be back on the podcast.
Yeah, nice to be back.
Yeah, we've had a little bit longer break, but we were really busy over the past few weeks, so it's been a little all over the place, I'd have to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure y'all have all seen some footage from the layover between the last episode with the seasoning and this episode here. So we still providing you a little footage, and now we're just gonna hit you with a little bit.
Absolutely. Start off with a little bit of history about hot sauce.
Who's sauce's boss? That's the question.
This is true. We'll get to that. So basically, to start off, we have to talk about the history of hot sauce and where it came from. So the hot sauce traces back to the only place where chilies naturally occur, which is Central America. More specifically, the Aztecs. Chili is believed to be one of the earliest plants cultivated by humans, and archaeologists have found evidence of its use by the Aztecs as far back as 7000 BC. The first hot sauce in the world most likely consisted of ground up chilies mixed with water and herbs. The Aztecs used it to enhance the flavor of their food for medicinal purposes, to pay taxes, to give tributes, and even as a weapon for punishment. So if you've ever wondered if hot sauce has killed anybody, maybe it has.
Yeah. Leave it to the Aztecs to do that. I mean, they were pretty good at that.
Yeah, pretty much. So fast forward a few years, Columbus embarks on his infamous journey to find India, right? As per the request of the Spanish king and queen. He was tasked in finding pepper, the black grindable kind, native to India. However, Columbus didn't dock in India, and upon arrival in the Americas, he was introduced to an intense spicy fruit he called pepper. So not only was he partly responsible for distributing chili peppers across Europe, but he also named them. Fun fact there. So I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
Every chili pepper in the world comes from the Americas. So whether it's Thailand, China, any country, Hungarian paprika, that all originates from the Americas.
Right. Once he brought it over to Europe, the people of Hungary were the first people to actually customize chili peppers. The At the time, the
Interesting.
Turks controlled Hungary, which was introduced to peppers by Arab and Indian traders. Hungarians loved the flavor, but not the heat, so they removed the seeds. They then dried the pepper and ground it into fine powder called paprika. Skipping through the years, quite a few, they can trace back hot sauce being introduced in the United States, like to the market in the United States in about 1807. According to newspaper ads of the time, the sauce called cayenne sauce was bottled and sold in Massachusetts, suggesting it might be the oldest hot sauce in America. In the mid-1800s, a New York City company called J. McCulloch and Company produced a bird pepper sauce, probably not unlike what we know as bird's eye chili today, which I am not familiar with whatsoever. I don't know what that is. But we want to bring it back to the boot, right? So a Louisiana planter and businessman known as Monsell White, Maunsel Monsell White, is credited with first introducing the Tabasco pepper to the Bayou State. He cultivated it on his sugar plantation, sharing seeds with his neighbors. An 1850 article in the Louisiana Delta Daily newspaper observed that by pouring strong vinegar on it after boiling, he has made a sauce or pepper decoction, which possesses the most concentrated form of all qualities of the vegetable. Although White himself never marketed a hot sauce, his family introduced Monsell White's concentrated essence of Tabasco pepper in 1864 after he died. So, little fun fact there. But, I mean, we can't not talk about Tabasco, right?
This iconic brand.
It's iconic.
Oh, yeah.
It's very iconic. Okay, so according to Tabasco's website, it all started with a man by the name of Edmund McElhenney, who wanted to create a pepper sauce to give the food of the Reconstruction South some more flavor and excitement. When McElhenney got his hands on capsaicin.
Capsaicin.
Capsaicin. Capsaicin. Pepper seeds from either Central America or Mexico. He took those seeds and was able to grow his first commercial pepper crop in 1868 on Avery Island, which is a salt dome in New Iberia Parish, and is actually on the National Register of Historical Places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they did a really deep history. I know I could go on forever because I'm the history nerd here. But
have you ever been there?
Yeah, I actually have not. I've never been.
Yeah, I'm taking a tour.
It smells like Tabasco sauce there.
Oh, I'm sure. I know a friend of ours has gone recently, and they have like Tabasco flavored ice cream to try. I don't know about all that.
Wow. I don't know about that, but they do have a lot of. I don't know. I bet it would take.
Well, I mean, you're always thinking of you're always thinking about the Tabasco with the vinegar. That's only part of the flavor of Tabasco. So the vinegar would not work in ice cream. So it's probably just the Tabasco pepper itself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which is unique. The Tabasco pepper has a unique flavor, and that's a very important component of Tabasco sauce. Is the Tabasco pepper does not taste like a cayenne pepper at all.
Right. It's a different flavor.
It is a different flavor. It is a unique flavor, and give it to Tabasco. Whether you think their sauce is too vinegary or not, I do for my taste. It's never changed. It's always been the same. So that's always been. And it being an iconic brand, they can never change their sauce. They can diversify, and they have, and they make other great products too. If you like their sauce, hey, more power to you. Too much vinegar for my taste. That's just me.
Yeah. Well, they have been making it for over 150 years, and they sell it in 195 countries and territories across the globe.
Yep.
So
that's
I think they're pretty successful.
They're very successful. I mean,
huge operation.
It is when you talk about iconic brands, Tabasco is up there. I mean, you talk about their logo design is classic. Just
oh yeah, absolutely.
iconic branding that's Tabasco. I mean, you recognize the Tabasco label even if you don't speak English. So
what are the let's break down what hot sauce is. What are the main ingredients that make up hot sauce?
Well, first you got the pepper. You got the pepper. You usually have some type of water. I mean, they dilute it, and then you have vinegar.
Mhm.
Now, what's important about Tabasco is it's aged in a whiskey barrel that's been charred, and then they age the salt, the peppers, and the mash in the barrel and it's coated in salt. There's a layer of salt around it to seal it. So, which was mined from the island, by the way. I mean, this Avery Island's a salt dome, so they mine the salt and they would encase their barrels in the salt, and that's how they age the pepper. So, part of Tabasco flavor is it's fermented. So the peppers take on a fermented quality, which gives the pepper its unique taste.
Interesting. I didn't know that they actually covered the entire barrel in salt.
That's the lid of the barrel in salt. Yes, the lid.
The lid. Oh,
yep. Okay. So it's like the seal around the barrel. So yeah, it is fermented. That is part of the qualities of Tabasco, and pretty much most pepper sauce have some type of fermented quality to them. You have to kind of age the pepper. Though that aged pepper flavor is kind of what gives it that unique taste.
So what would you say would be some deviations of, let's just go with the original Tabasco. What would be some deviations from that?
Well, I mean, there's all kind of flavors you can add to it, and people have. So, I mean, they've been adding stuff to hot sauce. I mean, really what happened with Tabasco is other people started making sauce. Louisiana, Crystal, Trappies, Cajun Chef. These people make sauces too, and they started making them with more They make them with more pepper and less vinegar. So they cut the vinegar down and bumped up the salt. That's typically what they do. Now they can do this because they use cayenne. Tabasco's peppers are very small. So you've seen cayenne peppers are big. They're long. They're big peppers. Mm-hmm. So Tabasco's peppers are very small. So the yield is not that great. That's kind of why the sauce is a little watered down and more vinegar, is because you don't get as much yield. So you can make a cayenne sauce and get way more yield than Tabasco sauce. So that's why economically they can produce cayenne sauces that have more pepper, because the cayenne pepper makes more pepper than a Tabasco pepper is very small. It's like yay big, an inch and a quarter, something like that. A cayenne pepper is huge. I mean, cayenne peppers are long. They're like, 3 or 4 inches long. So, and the plant produces more peppers as well. So, Tabasco is very picky about the peppers they use. They use a stick that's the right color to make sure they only pick right peppers. They will only use a certain color pepper in their mash for their pepper sauce. So it's a very selective process. Yeah, exactly. So they have to use a certain color pepper, and they're very selective about it. So it makes their pepper mash is more expensive than somebody like Louisiana, which is just cayenne. So if you just use cayenne, you're making a product. Not to say that it's not an inferior quality product. It's a different product. A cayenne pepper sauce will take difference from a sauce that's made with Tabasco pepper. The Tabasco pepper, it's unique. It's got more fruity quality to it. It's a little bit more. I'd say it's probably one of your more interesting peppers. It is not hotter than a cayenne pepper. It's about equal in heat.
Yeah, there's so many different variations when it comes to hot sauce too. I mean, it can go in so many different directions. I mean, I've seen hot sauces that have jalapenos, peppers that's a part of the mash. There's the possibilities are really endless, but
garlic,
most of the but you always have your tried and true kind of hot sauce in your mind that you think of when you think of hot sauce. Just that red, peppery, vinegary type of flavor and even look to it.
Absolutely. So what do you think, Barbecue Brand? Are you a Tabasco fan?
I am in certain applications. Sure we'll get into that. But I do like it. I do like it. It's not necessarily my favorite. Hint, wink, wink. But I do like it in certain things. I even like it mixed with other things. in certain applications as well. So
Mm.
as a standalone product, I think it's decent. It's definitely one of those things that I can go to if I feel like I need hot sauce. I'm not a person that likes to put hot sauce on everything. Like a lot of people down here
Yeah.
just throw hot sauce on everything on their dish,
Right.
on their plate.
Right. No.
I'm just that guy. I'm not a big hot sauce eater, but in certain applications, I like my hot sauce and I like certain types of hot sauce.
I agree. It's definitely not for to go on everything, but it does have its place. And I mean, Tabasco is just it's iconic. You know, it's classic. It's what everyone thinks of when they think of hot sauce. They think of Tabasco, but like even Tabasco has other variations. Like I really like their sriracha.
Their sriracha sauce is very good. It's actually my favorite sriracha sauce. That's the only one I buy now.
It's really good.
It's gotten so popular too, but it's popular for a reason because it's just so good.
It's good.
What I really like about it is what's so ironic is that I find that Tabasco sriracha not as vinegary as the original sriracha. I don't know. I just find that ironic, but I find it a little sweeter.
They use Tabasco peppers in that too. The Tabasco pepper is a game changer. That pepper has such great flavor. It really distinguishes their sauce. And I'm not a Tabasco sauce fan for putting on my food. I do use it to cook with. I'll make sauces with Tabasco. I'm not a fan of their sauce on my food. I'm not a real big hot sauce person on my food. I'm very picky about that. But I do have a tremendous amount of respect for Tabasco sauce and being this iconic brand. I'll never trash it. I say it can add great flavor to dishes. You can use that vinegary punch the vinegar pepper punch to cook with, to spice up food. It's perfect for that. If you want to use it as a spicy substitute for vinegar, it works like that too. You want to make like a salad dressing with a little bit of Tabasco instead of just regular vinegar. That works perfectly. Me personally, I'm not a huge vinegar fan. Vinegar is not my favorite thing. I've learned to appreciate it as I've gotten older, but it's just not I like sauces with a little less vinegar. But I'll never trash Tabasco. It's a good sauce. It started everything, so it has to have its iconic status. You got to give it respect.
It's been a long time since I've only been to the Tabasco plant one time, even though it's probably 15 minutes from my house. But there's also the jungle gardens right there, which is gorgeous whenever all of the flowers are bloomed and stuff. It's definitely a place that you would want to go check out. But in their gift shop, whenever you take the tour and then you go to the gift shop, the first time I went there, they didn't have a lot of their in stores. And what I mean by that is some of their variations of their Tabasco hot sauce. They didn't have a lot of those things in stores, but I was able to see those in the gift shop that they made and kind of distributed maybe locally a little bit. But a lot of those things you can find in stores now, like their raspberry chipotle, which is delicious. That's really good to put in certain sauces if you're trying to make like a sweeter heat type sauce. There's the green Tabasco that I do like for certain applications also.
Right.
There's a bunch of different other ones that they make. So I can just like B, I can appreciate Tabasco for everything that they do and everything that
absolutely,
they make.
Absolutely. I love their chipotle.
Yeah, their chipotle sauce is really good. They make great products. Also, I'm a huge fan of Tabasco pepper jelly. Really good.
Oh yeah, pretty much any Tabasco brand product that they put out is really high quality. I am a huge fan of their chili starter too. It's really good.
Yeah, I forgot about the chili starter. We use that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
They make very high quality products. They really do. I just stopped buying other srirachas because, hey, that was it. And what happened with Hufang Foods? They had a problem where they were having problem sourcing their pepper, and Tabasco kind of slipped into that market because there was a sriracha shortage, and people got onto the Tabasco stuff, and they're like, you know what? This is pretty good.
Oh yeah, especially when it comes in a 2-pack at
2-pack in
Costco.
Right.
Yep.
Like,
how genius was that? That was
Oh
really
yeah.
smart of them.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
they only been in business 150 years, so I guess
They know what
they understand that market.
They know what
That's
they're
right.
doing. That's a fact. They know what
Yeah.
they're doing. So you can't. They've run a very successful business for a very long time. They make great products. You can be a fan of it. They can't change their sauce. There'll never be less vinegar and Tabasco sauce
No.
because that's the way it's made. It's iconic. They're not changing it. But they've diversified their product offerings to fit other people's tastes, and they make good stuff. So please try their other stuff because I highly recommend a lot of their products.
Yes,
Man, that's
indeed.
just good business. Keeping the main thing, and then making variations of that. Like, it's just
Absolutely.
it's just the way that you do it. That's the way that you progress, and I surely appreciate that.
I agree. I can agree. So, but we're talking about hot sauce, levels of hot sauce. I mean, we can't not talk about the Scoville scale, right?
Right.
So, in 1912, hot sauce was so widespread that someone had to develop a system to keep track of the spice levels, right? So if you ever wondered how they measured the heat, the answer is Scoville. Wilbur Scoville invented the scale while in search of a heat-producing ointment. It was tested according to human taste buds, and the idea was to dilute a spicy extract with water until it no longer tastes spicy. Every degree of dilution translates to a Scoville heat unit. For instance, 5,000 cups of water dilute 1 cup of Tabasco sauce to the point of not being spicy.
That's interesting.
It is.
I never knew where they got that. I never knew where they got that Scoville's unit measurement from.
Yeah, that's interesting.
The more you know. The more you know.
Y'all hit that like subscribe button right now.
You're right. Okay, so hot sauce remedies have been around just as long as hot sauce itself. One of the oldest ways to cool down your mouth, a swig of alcohol.
I'll tell you right now, that doesn't work. Not that that's gonna make that. By the way, that's gonna make it worse, much worse.
All you're doing is prolonging things. Water. Yeah. If you take something super hot and you want to just chug water, all you're doing is just moving them oils all around your mouth and prolonging how long it's gonna burn.
The solution, I'll tell you, the solution is ice cream.
Or any kind of dairy.
Any kind of dairy with a lot of fat. It has to have the fat. The fat kind of like wipes it off your tongue. So it's gonna be ice cream. Something tart usually helps too. Like something I think like an orange popsicle with the ice cream in the middle is usually considered perfect because that kind of breaks that citrus flavor, kind of breaks it, and then you have the ice cream on top of it.
So it's something in the fat. I guess it's something in the fats in dairy that creates a stronger bond to capsaicin than the bond between your mouth and the capsaicin. So that's why it works. The bond is broken by dairy. That's why water doesn't work, but dairy does.
I mean, it's because like capsaicin is an oil, right? So in fat is like an oil too. So it's polar. It's it's like in your anything in your body, your proteins like saliva, that's all water based. So that's polar. Whereas like a fat or a grease is non-polar. So non-polar will rinse off non-polar molecules. So if you have it's like cleaning up grease. You can't get rid of grease with water. So that's not going to do anything. So you have to use something that has the same polarity, which would be fat. And dairy has fat in it, so that kind of wipes it off. So when I say polar molecules has like a magnet, it has a positive and negative end. A non-polar molecule has no positive or negative end.
What he said.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, all that. So, okay, let's jump into it. What foods go great with hot sauce?
Red beans. Something rich. Something rich. Like so if you're eating something rich and like red beans, which is like red beans it's another thing, but a lot of times it's just salt and smoke. That all I taste, it's just really, really intensely salty and really smoky, and hot sauce helps kind of break that up where it's not so heavy on the palate. That's my favorite application of hot sauce is on red beans. Any kind of beans, really.
White beans for me. I like hitting my white beans with some hot sauce. I also like putting hot sauce on my chicken. And I do. I like hot sauce and honey. I like sweet and spicy, and I like all elements together. Any kind of way I can add all of those elements together in food. I just love doing it. So hot sauce, with some honey on my chicken is just like fire to me.
Yeah,
and with some white beans, so that's going on all of it.
Right. So
that sounds good.
Yeah. So that's a good point. Like, also, hot sauce makes a great marinade. It's great to add to marinades. It'll give you some acidity, some spiciness. I use hot sauces in dishes that I need to cook down for a long time, where I'm doing something like stews or meats, or making like something with meat that's really tough. And you would need to break it down over a long time. Actually, boosting the acidity of the water helps break those proteins down. It helps convert. So by boosting the pH of the liquid, you help that process where you're turning collagen into gelatin. It will happen a little bit easier if you use a little bit of vinegar. So in my case, why not add some flavor and use some hot sauce too?
That's right. That's absolutely right. I cover a little bit of that in my video on my YouTube channel, brining versus marinating. So anything, also anything like kind of like rich with like a that's kind of heavy on butter, like an etouffee is pretty good with a hot sauce. It's great on like a shrimp po' boy too, or something like that. A sandwich. Oh yeah,
sandwiches are really good. Like a roast beef sandwich, throwing a little hot sauce on there kind of helps break up that richness. Anything that's rich and is a little bit rich. Fatty.
Yeah,
so
if
that
you think
acid
about it,
helps.
anything rich, it really helps with that.
Right.
Yeah. I agree. I'm not a fan of just putting it on just about anything, but definitely anything rich, some beans, definitely on a good po' boy. It's good, depending on what it is.
You will never fried shrimp po' boy with the hot sauce, because I like hot ketchup. Like, so I like mixing the hot sauce in the ketchup.
Yes.
Perfect.
Just so y'all know that po' boy for barbecue brand not fully dressed.
No, they ain't got no mayo on that. But they got some hot sauce and ketchup on it, though.
He almost like that naked ass bread.
Oh. No. Oh, no.
Y'all know I like giving barbecue brand a hard time about
that. But, I mean, just put some aioli on it and he'd be fine.
Just call it aioli. He'll be like, "Oh, all right."
Boost that stuff up and tell me it's something else. We're gonna be all right.
Yeah. Hey, that's also another thing. The Tabasco, like hot sauce and mayo, make a great sauce too. So basis for a lot of sauces as well. So, but anything rich, like one thing I don't do is I will never put hot sauce in my gumbo. I am sorry, that is not my thing. No.
You know, that was just in my mind.
No.
Hot sauce and stuff. And I was like, I bet there's somebody out there that's putting hot sauce in gumbo, and that don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
No,
that's not going on.
Yeah.
No, stop.
Yeah.
Just stop.
So, time out.
Any of y'all put hot sauce in y'all gumbo? Y'all let us know. Put some comments down below.
I don't agree with it, but hey, look, it's not my food either, so I can't tell you what's right or wrong.
Right. I just, and don't come to my house and put hot sauce in my gumbo, especially in front of me. Like that's an insult. Like, I'm sorry, don't do it. You won't need it anyway.
I just don't think vinegar and gumbo makes anything better. So
no, I don't think so either. If you want to put some hot sauce on your potato salad, then go for it.
Yeah, potato salad is rich.
Okay, so check this out. All right, so I'm just playing devil's advocate here. What if you have you have people that like to put their gumbo over potato salad and not rice? What if they put the potato salad in the bowl and then they hit the potato salad with the hot sauce and then they pour the gumbo over top of it?
All right. Look, first off, I don't even know where
I'm not even answering you on this. I'm just not even going there because you're just trying to start some mess.
I don't know where this came from.
You want my face to talk and not my mouth. That's what you want.
I don't know where they came from. It used to be we had potato salad with gumbo. Then people would dip their potato salad in the gumbo. Then people were putting it in the bowl. And now people say, well, I've always just eaten my gumbo over potato salad with no rice. I've never seen that before as a kid, nor heard about it. Now, if that's what you want to do, go for it. Me personally, I think it's ridiculous. I like to have them separate, but that's just me.
Yeah.
You know
how crazy
I
we
don't
can get
even
about
need rice. It's good in a pinch. I don't need rice. Yeah. I mean, it's nice to have it with it, but
rice, let's be honest, in gumbo, rice is a filler.
It's just to make your gumbo stretch.
It's exactly. Yeah. It's just to make you full, because when you eat that gumbo with some rice, that's just gonna hit your stomach a little bit harder than without.
Man, it's so crazy on how controversial this topic is, because we could be having a conversation about how to make authentic hummus, and gumbo is going to sneak in this conversation. Did I say conversation? Conversation.
Gumbo just sneaking on in, like, hey, want to be part of this party? Always want to be part of the party. Can't stop talking
about it.
Right? All right, Gumbo. All right, Gumbo, it's not your turn.
Yeah, nobody puts hot sauce in their gumbo over here. That's enough said.
Gumbo, it's spring. Go sit down.
Always got something to say, Gumbo. Lord. I could go for a bowl right now, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Look, I mean, I ain't hating, Depends on the gumbo. Well, what you going there tonight?
Nope. See? You see?
No. All right. Let's talk about some popular brands of hot sauce. Let's switch back into hot sauce mode. What are some popular brands besides Tabasco?
Louisiana and Crystal are probably the two. They're probably Louisiana and Crystal. Either one of those is number one or number two. Cajun Chef also makes a pretty good hot sauce that I like a lot. So Tabasco is probably number 3 or number 4 in Louisiana. In the world, it's definitely Tabasco. In Louisiana, it's probably Louisiana hot sauce or Crystal. Both of which are really good. Both cayenne sauces, though, not Tabasco sauce, not Tabasco pepper. So, and there's Trappy's Red Devil too.
What is another one that actually uses Tabasco peppers?
The only one that uses Tabasco peppers is made by Louisiana brand, and it's called Louisiana Gold, and it's been discontinued by Louisiana. And I am upset when I found this out. I found this out yesterday. I was like, oh man, I'm out of Louisiana Gold, my favorite hot sauce, which always in stock in my house. And I find out they discontinued it, and I was not happy at all, and I'm not happy. And maybe we can use this as a sounding board. This was an excellent hot sauce because it was a Tabasco flavored sauce that had less vinegar like I liked, and it had such great flavor. And I am just hurt that I don't have any more. I don't even have a bottle in my house anymore. I can get it on eBay for like $50 for like 2 bottles, but it's like, man, that's pretty rough.
I went to look for the bottle in my little cabinet, my little cubby earlier today, and it was gone. We used it all.
I always use it. It's used so much.
It's like you evaporated. It's gone. It's gone from everybody. No one.
No. And then Louisiana. By the way, Louisiana. I hope you're listening. You're probably not, but y'all still have it on your website. Y'all still. Oh, it's just sold out. Nah, y'all discontinued it. I looked. It's discontinued. All the people that sell it online. This has been discontinued by the manufacturer.
So, true story. Today, I went on Louisiana's website and went to send them an email asking if this rumor is true or not, and their email was not working. I could not send something like from their website. Like you could send, like, they do have a number. I almost called. You could send a note or a comment or whatever from their website, and that thing was not working.
Nah, we need a conference. I can't talk to you over the phone.
We got to talk about this. This is seriously not cool. Seriously.
No.
I mean, this was excellent hot sauce. I mean, it for the people who love the Tabasco flavor but can't stand the vinegar. I mean, you could taste that Tabasco pepper so strongly in that, and it's such a unique flavor. It's so different from a cayenne-based sauce.
I just don't understand why.
I mean, it could be economics. The pepper, like I said, Tabasco peppers are expensive. The plants don't make a lot of fruit. They're very small. Louisiana Gold was always more expensive. You'll see Tabasco sauce, $2. You see Louisiana Gold, $6. That's why.
Mm-hmm. For a small
the rest of their stuff, the rest of their stuff isn't discontinued. The rest of the Louisiana Gold
don't care.
Line. So the one with horseradish, green.
Well, it's just like B said, it's economic. So the process of making that Louisiana Gold, it's probably a more concentrated. It's a different process that they're using to make that, and it's such a small yield. I mean, those little bottles are small. I think they make a bigger bottle.
Yeah,
5 ounce. They have a 5 ounce bottle.
Yeah, but mostly you would see those smaller bottles on the shelves, so you automatically know that they're getting a small yield for what they're making. So it just probably didn't work out dollar wise. But man, we got to figure this out. Look, everything.
Yeah, I always felt that they never promoted Louisiana Gold correctly.
No,
it's not. It's because they promoting Louisiana hot sauce, which is good, but it's just cayenne sauce. Those things are a dime a dozen. Like if I was to give somebody Louisiana and then give them Cajun Chef, I highly doubt they would be able to tell much of a difference.
Okay,
both good, but not the same. It's not distinct.
So according to their website, they say the Louisiana Gold pepper sauce, the green pepper sauce, does have Tabasco peppers in it. Let's see.
It's not red though.
No, it's not red, but is all the Louisiana Gold line, is that all with Tabasco peppers in it? The wasabi one doesn't say, and neither does the horseradish.
No, if they used Tabasco if they used Tabasco flavoring in there, they would put it on there. If they used Tabasco peppers, they would put it on there.
Okay, well, the green one does say it has Tabasco peppers, but
there's a difference between green peppers if that's a like say an unripened pepper.
It says jalapeno and Tabasco peppers in the green one, whereas the red one is just Tabasco.
Well, see, that's where you're getting your color from.
Right. So I don't know, but it's not right.
Yeah, but I'm not looking at once again. We're talking about the flavors of jalapeno is a very distinct pepper flavor.
Right.
I can taste jalapenos. So you can, and that's not really what we're looking for when we want like our classic hot sauce. And this is what this episode is really about. Classic hot sauces, classic Louisiana hot sauces. That just doesn't fit in my book. Now, is it good? I've had it before. It is good, but it tastes like jalapenos.
Right. And it's not what we're looking for.
Exactly. So.
Yeah, it's more of a specific application for that too, because jalapenos are very distinct, and
yes,
it's going to take over. You're going to taste it. Like you can't just stick jalapenos in something to kind of balance anything out, or it's jalapenos at that point. You know, it's like
it's clearly a jalapeno.
Very distinct. So Louisiana Gold, Louisiana hot sauce. Y'all need to give us some answers because it ain't right, man.
Stirring the pot needs answers. We hurt over here.
I'm gonna be blunt once again because this is my job. Y'all done fucked up. Bleep it out. Whatever. I gotta say it. What else can I say? I'm hurt.
In the episode, so are we okay?
I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'll be like I'm seriously hurt, man. Like that. That's like, man. You know, that's like somebody discontinuing your favorite anything. You know, it's like what? Why? This was delicious. This was great.
Right.
I never felt they promoted it correctly. Never felt they promoted it correctly. This stuff, Louisiana Gold was hitting way above its level. And it was a sleeper thing. People knew about it, but the people who knew about it bought it, and it was never found in large quantities in stores. Never.
Right.
I mean, you would see Louisiana, 5-1 to Louisiana Gold.
Right.
And that just speaks to how it's produced and what it's made with.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why,
Man.
but
I remember when y'all over here just a couple of short years ago, and we were cooking some dish at my house, and we were at Rouse's, and you mentioned, you're like, man, I hadn't been able to find Louisiana Gold on the shelves over here in Texas. So you picked up a few bottles. I think you might have bought like 3 or 4 bottles at that time.
Right.
Yes.
And, I got a few bottles too. I was like, get a few bottles. And it's like, I wonder if stores has there might be some little stockpile. There might be a stockpile on some shelves around here in small town Louisiana somewhere.
Yeah.
To where we can go and snatch a few bottles off the shelf.
I'm about to scour the earth for that stuff, man, find it. But it's really disappointing. Yeah. Scour the earth for it. Like I'm going on the quest to find Louisiana. Great hot sauce, man. I use it in a lot of my cooking. A lot of dishes I use Louisiana Gold hot sauce. And, it's just disappointing. It really is.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So, we need answers, Louisiana. We do.
Yeah.
I'm hurt.
Although the other products that they carry are very good too. We can't discount.
I'm not knocking Louisiana hot sauce, but it's not Louisiana.
It's not the same.
Right. The thing about Louisiana hot sauce is it stood apart from everything. It stood apart, a distinct flavor. And that's really what we're looking for in food. This is what this part of this pod, when I recommend something, I want something that's distinct. And the Tabasco peppers in there made it distinct.
Right.
It had more intense Tabasco flavor than Tabasco sauce. So it tastes more like Tabasco than Tabasco sauce.
I agree. So, but, I think we all like different things about different brands, and if one flavor is a little more concentrated than another in a different brand, it basically, you can't have everybody tasting the same, then there would be no market for it. Right. So everybody's is a little bit distinct. One tastes a little bit more vinegar than the other, one tastes a little more peppery, one is a little more sweet, one is a little more garlicky. It's all it all makes the world go round, right?
I find Crystal hot sauce to have a little bit of a sweeter taste, although I really like Crystal hot sauce too. Mm-hmm. But it does have a slightly sweet edge to it. But I think it's pretty well. It's very well balanced. It's a great hot sauce too. Mm-hmm. I see Crystal on the table and I want hot sauce. I will not be disappointed at all.
Oh no! I'll definitely go put in my ketchup.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, look, hot sauce and ketchup makes it. It really cuts the sweetness of ketchup down, makes it excellent.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shout out Whataburger. Whataburger spicy ketchup.
Oh, that is good. It's good, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's just all in my head. But the ones in the little tiny packets are better than the ones in the bottle.
You know why? There's a simple reason why.
High fructose corn syrup.
The ones in the bottles are made with high fructose corn syrup. The ones in the packages are made with sugar. The bottom line is, whether you believe one is dangerous or another, high fructose corn syrup does not taste good. Sugar tastes better. It just does. There's a bitterness to high fructose corn syrup that just cannot be overcome. Mm-hmm. And then you'll taste it. You can taste it. Put a Mexican Coca-Cola and put an American Coca-Cola next to each other and taste them side by side, and you'll be able to taste the difference. Especially if you're sensitive to bitter flavors, you'll be able to taste the bitterness of that corn syrup.
That is a much more technical explanation there, because I did not think you were going there. I thought you were going to say perceived value, because I think of those extra fries from McDonald's that fall out of the little pouch into the bag. The bag fries always taste better than the fries that you get.
The bag fries always better.
The
It's like a
bag of
surprise.
Them fries be hitting, especially when you don't think you got no more fries left and you're reaching that bag for a napkin. And you say,
yeah.
oh, what that is.
Oh,
I got tree fries right here.
Surprise, surprise.
exactly. This is
Oh
true,
my
but
God.
you could taste them side by side. And I'm not saying the Whataburger ketchup in the bottle is terrible, but the one in the package is better. You'll taste them. You should try it. Taste them side by side. You will taste the difference.
Yeah. All right, let's not go down that rabbit hole tonight. This is about hot sauce. We had to put gumbo in the corner earlier. Now we gotta put hot sauce in this corner. Y'all calm down.
They don't listen.
Turn.
They don't listen.
All right. I think the time has come, you guys.
All right.
Who wants to go first? Top 5.
I'm gonna let B go first.
I think B needs to go first.
Oh, okay. All right.
Me?
All right.
Oh, no. Which
Barbecue
B?
brand. I know. Story of my life.
Yeah.
Barbecue brand.
All right. So I have to start off by saying this. I want to preface my list by saying this. I still have yet to try, and I'm sorry, Dustin, I have yet to try your hot sauce. I haven't gotten it yet, and I need to try it. That's the only reason that it's not on my list, because I'm not saying that's the only reason it's not on my list because I haven't tried it, but I say that to say I haven't tried it yet. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Gotcha. We got you.
I may need a little assistance from y'all because my list is probably going to be a little bit different, or it may actually deviate from what we're actually trying to accomplish here. Because when I think of hot sauces, I told y'all earlier, I don't eat a lot of different hot sauces. I've had a lot of different hot sauces, but I have different things for different applications. So I know we're trying to talk about the classic hot sauces here, but
right.
This is my list, damn it. So,
okay.
Honorable mention.
Take us to church.
Honorable mention here. I'm going to say tiger sauce. I don't think that's a classic hot sauce at all.
No, but it's still a hot sauce.
But it's still a hot sauce. And I like it. And I use it in a lot of different things. So I'm just going to say that as an honorable mention. So I've
heard people using tiger sauce in barbecue sauces.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I will not confirm or deny, but absolutely. In my 5th place, we're doing 5 here, right? Top 5.
Yeah. Top 5.
In my 5th place, I have, and this is because of how often I use these in different things. It's definitely not a classic hot sauce, I wouldn't say. It's more of it's Frank's. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The Frank's hot sauce.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's in my 5th spot.
Wings.
Because of how much I use it. Wings, dips, all kind of stuff. Right? It just has a certain flavor to it that it just is more versatile in the things that I cook.
Right? Puts that shit on everything.
In the 4th spot, I guess you can call this a hot sauce. It's not your classic, but this is more of a Mexican style hot sauce. And it's Cholula. I think it's pronounced Cholula or Cholula.
Cholula?
Right?
Yeah, something like that.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Can y'all see it? Can y'all see it in your mind?
Cholula. Yeah.
Cholula.
With the little wooden top.
Yep.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That's your Chipotle sauce. It's bomb, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. All right. That's in the number 4 spot. All right, now we're getting into the top 3 right here.
Okay.
In my number 3 spot, I have Crystal. I like Crystal. I like the sweetness of Crystal. I like to put it in things. If, just like B said, if it's on the table, I ain't mad. I'm throwing it on something, right? Especially if I got some fried food or something is going on there. I like it.
Yep.
In the number 2 spot, I got just regular old straight up Tabasco hot sauce. It's been in the household. It's been in the pantry since I was a little child. If I'm using hot sauce on something, that's what's readily available. It's just so available. It's probably the most widely used hot sauce across everywhere. So it's just got to be there. That's just what I use it the most.
Proven.
And then
yes,
just proven, tried and true. And then for my number one spot, I'm sitting at my desk right now. I would pull out a little bit for my homies that ain't here no more, but that Louisiana Gold. I'm just gonna pull something in my mouth.
That's probably best.
Yeah.
Don't be pouring that on you. Don't be wasting that alcohol.
No. We got electronics around here and things.
Right.
Trying to keep this podcast going.
Expensive things.
That's it. That's what I got.
Well, I can agree. I can agree with you on a lot of. I've never tried tiger sauce, but I'm familiar with it. But I've never tried it. But I'm willing to.
Yeah, there's more chili flakes and stuff like that in there. It's
then I'm definitely gonna like it because I love me some red pepper flakes.
It's a good one too. Pick a pepper sauce is pretty interesting too.
Ooh, yeah. Man,
I've never tried that either.
It's definitely like now that I think about it, I was like, man, I need to get some because there might be experimentation time with some of that stuff. So, all right, okay. I guess I'm next.
Yeah, I'm gonna go last this time.
Go ahead, B. Go ahead.
All right.
Don't hurt him.
First off, we're gonna start off with my oddball hot sauce. This is just an oddball hot sauce I love. I love this hot sauce. Truff. Great hot sauce.
Forgot about that.
Truff. Not a classic hot sauce, not really specific to this topic of Louisiana hot sauce or classic hot sauces. This is more of like an oddball thing, but truff is great. This can be look, when we talk about umami in future episodes, truff will be on there. My honorable mention goes to Tabasco because Tabasco is the originator, the iconic brand. It's not my favorite, and this is about my favorites, what I like, and because of the vinegar content. But however, I do think that everybody should try it, and it's on a pedestal all its own. And I do use it for certain things, just not my favorite. Okay, so starting off with number 5 would be Cajun Chef. Cajun Chef makes a really good hot sauce. It's just a classic cayenne. Classic cayenne pepper hot sauce. Very, very good. You can find it. It's very affordable. It's not super expensive, so it's a great hot sauce. Number 4 is Crystal. Crystal is a great hot sauce. It's got a little bit of a sweeter flavor, but it's got some heat, and I think it balances great. It goes great on seafood, if I have a seafood po' boy and there's some Crystal hot sauce around, I'm gonna be happy. So I'm gonna put a little bit on there because that really helps break up so it's got a little bit of on a sweeter side, but another iconic Louisiana brand as well. My number 3 is Louisiana hot sauce. Great hot sauce, classic, cayenne pepper, aged cayenne pepper hot sauce, like the other 3. It's a little bit saltier than Tabasco or the other 2. So Louisiana, that's how they kind of how do they bump up the flavor? Less vinegar, more salt. There you go. So it's a little bit saltier than the other 2. That in a way that I find to taste. I've never compared the salt content, but I find it a little bit saltier. It does make a very good. It does excellent on many different foods. It's great flavor, good quality. One of my favorites. But Louisiana hot sauce, highly recommended. Number 2 is the one out of Lafayette, Louisiana, and I actually have a bottle of it right here. And this is Mr. Bayou Red. Made in Lafayette, Louisiana. I don't know if y'all can see that. I'm going to try to hold it up. Bayou Red. This is very, very narrowly my second favorite hot sauce. And I mean very narrowly. What is interesting about this hot sauce is not just made with aged red peppers. It is made with habaneros. So that addition of the habanero gives it a fruity quality and a more interesting pepper flavor than a standard red pepper sauce. So this is why it beats out the other three on my list, because once
Habaneros
again,
are such a great tasting pepper.
it is. They have the great flavor. It's one of the best tasting. They're just hot. That's the problem with them. They're so hot, and this sauce is a little bit hotter than these other threes, but it is so flavorful with the habanero. They make this. They really balance the habanero flavor with the red pepper flavor. Gives it a nice, not too spicy, but more spicy than the other sauces kick. But this is a great sauce. The addition of the habanero takes this sauce above the rest of the three sauces. So Bayou Red, you can order it online. We'll put links in the description where you can order everything but Louisiana Gold. So because somebody discontinued it, we're not naming names, but they did. We already told them, so no reason to beat a dead horse. Now, number one, it is Louisiana Gold, which rest in peace is now officially, it's all in the annals of history, man. That's it, but such a shame, such a great tasting, great flavored sauce. I mean, the best. I mean, it had the Tabasco quality that just made it so distinct. Better than Tabasco, less vinegar than Tabasco. Excellent sauce, and I am super sad that it's gone.
Damn.
It's a pretty good list, I have to say.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I need to try that Bayou Red.
Bayou Red, seriously. Since Louisiana Gold is now gone, it slipped into number one. I would always have both. This is Bayou Red is one of my go-to sauces. So
it's really good.
It's number one was Louisiana Gold, number two is Bayou Red. Number one's Bayou Red now.
Yep.
All right.
Well,
KCP,
I guess it's my turn.
Hit them with it.
All right. So I have an honorable mention. It's one of those outliers that don't really go with the category, but is a hot sauce. And I have to go with truff. And the black label truff, because I've never tried the white label. But that black label,
it's not as good.
It's pretty damn good, especially on some eggs. Oh man, it's good on some eggs.
Really good.
Some mac and cheese. It's fire on mac and cheese.
Oh, I haven't tried that. Okay. All right. So my number 5 spot is a tie. So I can't decide which one I like more, and it is comparing apples to apples. It's not anything crazy, but I have to go with Tabasco Chipotle and Chula Chipotle. I love both of these very much. One of them, I find that Chula is has a little more sweetness to it than the Tabasco one, which has a little more vinegar, as Tabasco most commonly is known for. So that's my number 5 spot. I love Chipotle. Number 4 spot has Louisiana hot sauce. Number 3, Tabasco Sriracha. Oh man.
Nice.
If you guys haven't tried this stuff, you have to. It's so good. It's so good.
It's really good.
Like I think we have a little bottle in the fridge right now. I don't even know where that came from, because the one from Sam's is like a big bottle. I don't know.
Yeah. It came from HEB.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, and my number 2 spot, I'm gonna have to go with Bayou Red, but the garlic. So Bayou Red has a garlic one as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's really good. We're gonna have to hook you up with that barbecue brand.
Yeah, I stay here. I apologize, Bayou Red. I have been neglecting you. I apologize. If you're listening to this, I am going to get some tomorrow.
It was a little bit harder to find. It was only in a few stores, but I think it's kind of branched out, and you can just order it online now.
So I've known about Bayou Red for a really, really, really long time, because the guy that makes it is kind of a family friend. And yeah, I can remember my grandparents getting like cases of this guy. So his name is Rick. Rick's hot sauce, and yeah, we've
He's
always
been
used it.
making. It's been man, I've been using Bayou Red for like 20 years or over 20 years ever since it came out.
Yeah, he's been making it for a really, really long
Because
time.
my dad knows him too, and he came back with this hot sauce and was like, "Oh, we're making hot sauce," and I was like, "Oh, cool!" And tried. I was like, "Wow, that's different."
Yeah, and not only just Lafayette born, but like North Side Lafayette, like
yeah, that's right.
Holding it down on the North Side or Upper Lafayette, as they say now.
I will say of all the hot sauces out there, of all the hot sauces like on my list, Bayou Red, the top two ones are the most distinct sauces. The distinct flavor. Bayou Red stands apart from other sauces because it does not taste like just a cayenne sauce.
Yeah.
And if he also he uses a little bit of lime. He uses lime juice in there too, so it's not just vinegar. A little lime. So I'm telling you, Bayou Red is an excellent sauce. It's like I said, that's why it's in the top.
Yeah, Bayou Red, it's really good. Like the regular and the garlic. I mean, anything with garlic, and
I'll either or. I mean, the garlic and the standard version are equals. They're, if you want a little garlic flavor, use that one. If you just have the regular one, that one works too.
Yeah, the regular one, I would say it's just a tad sweeter. Not that much. Just
the garlic.
It tames the sweetness level for it.
That's the habanero giving it kind of the little bit of that sweeter edge.
Yeah. So and my number one spot, womp womp womp, Louisiana Gold.
Look at this, people. This is the top. All three of us independent lists. We do not talk about these lists before we make them. I knew that it would be our top one because all of us rated Louisiana Gold as the top hot sauce.
Yeah.
When we had the idea for this episode, this was weeks ago. So this is not a reaction to the news of you no longer carrying it. This is just our individual list. So
yeah, it's
we need to figure something out,
really
Louisiana
sad.
Gold.
Yep, let's do it. Yeah,
it is. And then that's what's cool. What is good is the Bayou Red with the habanero kind of simulates. This is actually a pretty smart blend here with the habanero and the aged red peppers. That habanero kind of simulates the qualities of, not exactly, but close, the qualities of Tabasco peppers.
Yeah.
Three of my favorite peppers. I'll name it right here: Tabasco peppers, habaneros, and Calabrian chilies. Calabrian chilies have a fantastic flavor. It's kind of got that fruitiness to it and that citrusy note to it. Calabrian chilies have that too. Those are from Italy, but the habanero in the Bayou Red kind of gives the distinct flavor, and the Tabasco and the Louisiana Gold gave it just the man. It just sucks.
Yeah.
Dang.
It really does. It really
does. Louisiana, y'all broke my heart.
Yeah.
Really did.
Well, we don't know if it's true unless we get it. That information from actually Louisiana. We will reach out. We will find out. We coming for you, Louisiana.
I'm just saying, Louisiana. Look.
Answers.
I'm just saying, look. If you're gonna do something, don't do it. You're doing something, don't do it in the dark. Be proud of it. Just say, hey, look, we canceled it. What you gonna do about it? I'd respect that, but kind of like, I know it's not. We're keeping it on the low that we discontinued it. Nah, that's messed up. Just say it, and we discontinued it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a price point thing, I will pay more for it.
I'd pay $10 a bottle for it happily.
I happily would.
I mean, there's some hot sauces out there that 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 dollars a bottle. So,
exactly.
Might as well be
but like I say, you got to market it. It's got to be marketed to the right customers. And Louisiana Gold always flew under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
It always did. It was always there, and people are like, "Well, Louisiana Gold, is that Louisiana hot sauce?" It is, but it's different, way
Yeah.
different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Louisiana Gold and Louisiana hot sauce do not taste the same at all.
No,
Not even close.
not even close.
Right. No,
Nope.
it doesn't.
If you put my other three on the list, Louisiana Crystal and Cajun Chef, tasting them side by side, all three of them, you would taste them and you'd be like, well, these taste a little bit different, but they're in the same ballpark. When you put that Louisiana Gold, it is not in the same league. It is not. It is such a distinct, different flavor.
Yeah.
It's just different.
A very
And different
elevated product.
Yeah, right.
In a
And
good
that's
way.
why.
Definitely in a good
But
way.
thank God Bayou Red is still made, because then I'd really be up shit creek. I'd be like, well, what am I use now? Back to just standard Louisiana.
I'm really excited to check that out, because I don't even remember ever even seeing that in stores too.
Yeah, it's
entice me to
very
try,
Yes,
limited.
it Bros Minute Martin Lafayette.
Bros more.
Okay.
My M&S Grocery, my cousin's store.
Yep.
She carries it.
Okay.
Yeah. Places on the north side. Upper Lafayette. So
The north.
so yeah. Right.
All right.
So anyway. All right. Cool y'all blood. I have the end quote for us tonight.
I'm just look, I found it out yesterday. I'm just glad I had some time to cool off, because I was at work at lunchtime finding this out, and I was pissed. I was more pissed than I am now. I was generally upset.
Yeah. All right.
So, but
we'll get to the bottom of it. We'll get to the bottom of it for sure. If we got to call, I'll call. They don't
that's
want
a tragedy.
They don't want me calling,
Yeah.
but I'll call. Anyway, our quote for tonight comes from David Tran, and who is he? He is the creator of Sriracha hot sauce. And David Tran says, "Hot sauce must be hot. If you don't like it hot, use less." With that being said, we want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. And as always, please like, comment, subscribe, share. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. And we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts for tuning in and for loving us. So with that being said, until next time, keep stirring that pot.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Good night.
Hashtag make it hot, baby.